Hey guys, this is Jakob. I'm content manager and I'm helping small and medium enterprises with their content strategy. Welcome to a new episode of Content Mentorship. I have this show where I speak 15 or 20 minutes with my guests about their golden nuggets within their business. So I want to take the best practices from other businesses and share it with my own community. And I'm very excited to speak today with Bill Bloom. Bill is the host of Retire as You Desire podcast, which is a great podcast because he also invited me to his podcast, and I'm very soon also as a guest in his podcast. He's book author of the book Money Habits for Success: Build Better habit money habits to build a better future. And he is the president of Bloom Financial Company. And this is something interesting that I found. The core of my time and energy is spent on my clients. This is something that I found on your LinkedIn profile. My client success is the main focus of my practice, and it's the reason why I'm in business. So we're also going to speak about this one. But first of all, thank you, Bill, for your time, and that I really appreciate your time and that you're on my show. Thank you.
Jakob, this is truly a pleasure. I mean, any opportunity to share my story and hopefully help someone on your shows. I mean, that's what this is all about, is giving, and that's what my life's all about.
Yeah, that's amazing. Can you, before we jump into the questions that I always ask, can you maybe introduce yourself in a nutshell? So who are you and why are you doing the things that you're doing?
Absolutely. So I'll keep it short and sweet. So we're not here for 3 hours. Um, I'm Bill Bloom, based out of Chicago, Illinois, here in America. And I have a retirement planning firm that helps people, buy back their freedom, buy back their time so that they could actually live a purpose-filled and passion-filled life. And that could mean still working. Like, I don't plan on ever retiring. The term retirement actually was created in Germany in the 1890s
By
because,
Bismarck, right?
right, because the labor force, they needed to get the younger people working, and the older gentlemen, they didn't retire. That's not what we're meant to do. We're still meant to create and give and just be, amazing human beings for this world. So I really love helping people understand what it takes to get their money in order so that they can actually have a purpose-filled and passion-filled life. And that's what the Retire as You Desire podcast and lifestyle is all about, is buying back your freedom of time.
Yeah, awesome. So the first thing when I think about retirement, I think something old, some senior or something. And is this one of the biggest struggle that people have because they think, well, retirement, it is so far in the future. I can't imagine this. Is this a big struggle that people have, and the reason why they don't think about it, or they think about too late about this whole thing?
Well, the majority of people think about retirement too late, and that's because they don't understand where they want to go. I mean, think about it. When's the last time any of you have sat down and wrote out, you know what, when I'm 55 years old, I want to have X amount of dollars. I want to live here. I want this kind of lifestyle. What about at 75? What about at 95? You know, People, we're not meant to think like that. And that's why it's
Mhm.
hard. One of my natural, talents is being a futurist. And basically what that means is I think in the future. And that's why I'm really passionate about helping people plan out their future. So they don't save enough money because they don't think about what it's going to take to get there in the future. So those two things go hand in hand.
Mhm. Yeah. I have my 2040 plan at least. So this is I have my 20-year plan. I
There,
don't know if this counts, but it's not a I'm how old I'm going to be, around 50 something. Okay. Not 65, but I will do the homework and do my 95-year-old plan.
exactly. I mean, I want to live till I'm 135 or more. So, I mean, I'm 35 now. I'm just getting started. And That actually frees you up and it frees up your brain to think long term. You could
Hmm.
think in 25-year periods. We live in a world where we want everything right now. How many people like my photo? How many people like my post? And all that stuff is nonsense. You're wasting your time. You're wasting your life, really, and your energy because you could be focusing your time on things that are actually productive or making you truly happy. 'Cause that stuff is so wishy-washy, back and forth. You're always looking for that thing. But I think when you're very grateful, you could start planning out a bigger and better future for yourself.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. Yeah. Cool, love it. Really, really, that's really cool. So when it comes to the question, so what is the best way for you to create content? So this show is all about content. So what are the ways that you create content?
So when I started my business in 2014, I used like a packaged content. So it would send emails, it would do some posts, it would put things on the internet that, and even on my website that were okay. They're generic. And now that I look back on that, Jakob, it was just crap. The stuff was horrible because it didn't come from my voice. And in our businesses, it has to be authentic and it truly
Mhm.
has to be genuine. So when I'm creating content, everything we put out is something we create. We don't use a third party. We don't use an email service. We don't use any of that. So I've learned that my voice needs to be heard, and usually I get inspiration from this when I go on my morning runs. I mean, sometimes I have to stop myself because an idea pops in my head. I take the notes on my phone. I write out the email. I email it to my team. They'll do the post, they'll do the email, send it out, then I continue on my run. So finding time to be creative, for me, it's first thing in the morning. That's true for most people, by the way. It
Yeah.
truly is by how our bodies work. So just finding time weekly to sit down and be inspired is
Mhm.
important.
Okay, so you have a newsletter and also social media. Are you also creating videos?
Well, yes, because of the podcast. So
Yeah.
I have the videos now. So those will all be put up on YouTube as well. So taking this even further. So, for instance, I had Kelly Cardenas on my podcast, and he owns
Awesome.
many hair salons here in the United States. And he is like a top 10 entrepreneur from Forbes and all these high level
Yeah.
production content houses, right? So he's a person to look out for. So what I did is I pulled a sentence from our podcast. My team did it, I didn't, and made a post about it on LinkedIn today. So you could actually extract content from all of your other videos and things that you do and be very selective about it. And that's a golden boulder. I don't believe in nuggets. I don't believe in little things, big things, golden boulders. Let's get big ones. And there's a lot of gold sitting in your content that you've created. Just got to extract it.
Yeah. Yeah. Love it. It's really cool. Like it. So when it comes to one big topic for entrepreneurs is coming in contact with new clients. So what is, I mean, you're already for a couple of years in own your own business. What is your best way to generate new clients, or there are maybe several ways that you can share?
Well, a lot of it comes down to being very detailed with whomever you want to be a hero to. So I love working with people who are 50 to 70 and helping them plan their income that could last the rest of their lifetime. And that way, they can go out and live that purpose filled and passion filled lifestyle. That's the retire as you desire mantra, right? That's the lifestyle.
Mhm.
So I'm very specific with the people that I want to work with. The other groups that I work with are entrepreneurs because I speak the same language. I have a business, I'm starting another business, and there's a lot of moving parts. So I understand their world, and we all have issues, employee issues, we have technical issues, or, there's always things that happen. So I love talking to business owners.
Yeah.
So to
Yeah.
get more of them, you have to be doing events, in my opinion, to get in front of people, have them bring some of their friends. I mean, it's pretty simple stuff, but adding people to your email list is one of the best ways I've done that, because I've had a lot of people raise their hand over the pandemic, because that's when I started to do my own marketing and my own emails. And I was able to gain a lot of clients and a lot of trust that way.
Yeah, that sounds amazing. We already have one comment. So Eric Sullivan. Do you also know Eric Sullivan, by the way? He's a great
No,
guy.
I don't,
He-
but Eric, we should connect. The same
yeah,
company, Gaping Void, did these for me. So spot on.
yeah, he writes, I love the art. Joe Polish has similar design work. That's
Sure
cool.
does.
Thank you, Eric, for watching the show. That's cool. Okay, just sometimes they're popping up these comments, and then I'm so
Love that.
if there are questions also, if you have any questions, please feel free. Let's shoot out to the community. Just write it into the comment section, and then and then we can answer also your questions. So cool. Okay, yeah, events. So did you try online events, or do you mean before COVID?
Yeah, so pre-COVID, even during COVID, I would host really small events. I would
Mhm,
do a high-end tasting, like a whiskey tasting with a nice dinner, and I received clients from that, because you're meeting people on a very non-threatening basis. I didn't talk about money. I would have people come in to talk about like Rolexes, like talk about watches, and talk about um, I had another gentleman come in and talk about jewelry and talk about things that interest people. So
mhm.
you create very high level topics. You get 15 to 20 people in a room. Everyone's having a good time. And you have to be very selective with the folks who you bring into the room. You
Mhm.
have to do it strategically and ask them to bring friends. Just like if you're working with a business owner who has 1,000 employees, 5,000 employees, that business owner will know other people like that. So if that's your target market, invite people to do that. It doesn't cost a lot of money. It's pretty simple, but it's fun. And I
Mhm.
did a lot of online events as well. Right now, I'm currently doing a recorded monthly webinar to talk about taxes and retirement. Again, it doesn't sound like a sexy topic or a fun topic, but here in America, our tax laws are going to change in 2025. So I do a recorded webinar that I hired a third party company to bring people to the webinar. So that's like a really good way to bring the right demographic into your businesses, is hire a third party person to help allow you to present content to those people who you want to be a hero to and help out.
Yeah, yeah. So just to make clear, so you're inviting other people, other experts into your events, and they're giving a lecture, or they speaking about topics that are relevant for your target audience, right?
Correct, correct. The ones that
Okay.
are really relevant to the target audiences. I had Justin
Mhm.
Breen come and speak at one,
Yeah,
because I had all business owners at this one. So it was a
yeah. Justin
perfect,
is great. Yeah.
remarkable human being. Like we talk
Yes,
almost
he's
every day. He's one of my best friends. So he's an awesome, awesome human being. So
yeah.
Justin, if you're watching, it's good to see, good to have you in our lives, buddy.
Justin is the best when it comes to PR. He's a
Oh,
great guy.
he's
Yeah,
incredible.
yeah. I also had him in my show, my podcast.
I saw that. Yeah, he's just so
Yeah,
funny.
yes, he's cool. Yes. Okay, that's very helpful. So for you, the best marketing hack for your own business.
God, marketing hacks. I don't believe in hacks. I believe in
Mhm,
consistency. That's the hack, is being consistent. So my marketing is has really evolved, because I hired a few folks over the past couple of years to really specialize in this. So we've created a calendar where on Monday we know what's going out, on Tuesday what's going out, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Where is it going out? How many emails do we want to put out? LinkedIn. On Monday mornings, I have my Money Monday session of my podcast. So that's a 5 to 10 minute money tip. So people can digest a really simple, really quick money idea. And then on Thursdays, I have really high level guests, such as like yourself and Justin Breen, the Jeff Spencers of the world, Chris
Yes.
Voss is coming on my show, the head FBI negotiator. So we have some really amazing folks coming on the show. So my hack is consistency, is
Yeah.
understanding what I want to do, how do I want to deliver it, and who's going to do it. Because it's not going to be me. You should have someone doing this for you because you can't do everything. You should be doing 2 to 3 things in your business. And that's a hack in and of itself because you're going to get a lot more productivity out of yourself.
Mhm. Mhm. I like also this idea to have block time. So this is a big issue also from my clients. They don't have the time to create content, but you say, okay, Monday morning, th- I will do this format. This is
Correct.
already very valuable and very important that you really block the time for the content creation part. Yeah,
Well,
I like
the
this one.
truth is, you don't need to create every single word. You need to
Yeah.
give a general basis and you need to lead your team. Because if you're the owner, you don't need to write every piece of it. I like doing that. I speak the language of my clients. I mean, I grew up in a household where we would have 10 to 15 adults sitting on my driveway or another driveway, and I would sit there and listen to these people. So I speak their language. I did this all my childhood, and that's why I work with those people. Is because I've
Mhm.
listened to them all my life. So writing how they speak is one of my strong suits. And if you don't understand your demographic to whomever you want to work with, that's a problem, right? That's something you should really spend time on and focus on,
Mhm.
especially if you're going to be um, speaking face to face or over Zoom or on the phone with these people.
Yes. Yes. Very good. Okay, one thing that is that I think is very important for the coming years is AI. So, are you using AI tools for expanding your business? So the reason why I'm asking is because I see, so I'm in the content space, and within the content creation, there is also more and more AI involved, and basically in all industries. And so I'm always asking this because I'm interested in what kind of tools are people using, and what kind of tools are you using?
So I'm going to be using more AI. That the answer is yes. And that's gonna be used in the new business that I'm creating. So we're
Cool.
in the developmental stage of a new platform, and I truly think it's gonna revolutionize how we use money. I mean, not just here in the US, but in Germany, in Europe, and in Asia, North America, South America, because the truth is almost everyone is bad with their money. I mean, that's just the truth. Most people don't understand how money works or how money should work for them. So I'm building this platform to help automate everything you do financially. So you set the parameters. And so when you get your money in, where should it go? Should it pay off debt? Should you save? Should you invest? And I'm going to use AI to help figure this big issue out.
Cool. When are you going to launch it?
So as soon as I am getting close, I'll let you know, and we'll have to do another show. Not soon enough, so that's the
Definitely.
answer.
Definitely, because it could be also interesting. I mean, also for other publications, and also, I mean, we also did one. I published this article on Drive Global for you. Maybe we can do another a second article
Right, right.
about this platform.
Let's do it. That'd be amazing.
Yeah, but will it be this year or?
It should be this year. I mean, I
Yeah.
think that could definitely happen, yes, and it's not only gonna be US based, we're gonna make this international because I know for a fact that we're not taught about how money works when we go through our education system. Then they
Yeah.
tell you to go to college and go into debt and go buy a house and go into debt. It's all a trap. It's what
Yes.
society thinks you should do, and it's all nonsense. You should allow money to work for you instead of you having to figure it out for the rest of your life and then, not not allow yourself to get ahead.
Yeah, when we speak about this, always the book Rich Dad Poor Dad comes to my
Mm,
mind because
yeah.
that's basically being financially literate is something that basically the main thesis of the book, that you understand, that you can read balances, that you not only work for a business, that you maybe also buy or create your own business, and how to become an investor. All these topics are also within this book. But okay, that sounds very interesting. An AI that chooses where my money goes. Okay, that's really cool. I like this idea.
Thank you.
Yes, when you launch it, definitely we should do another session. Yeah,
Absolutely.
that's cool. But other than that, you're not using in your daily business currently AI tools? No. Okay.
No, nothing right now, but I'm always
Yeah.
open to learning about them. So I don't know where it would fit right now besides with the new company that I'm creating, but I'm always open to learn because that's how keep your brain working, keep the body working, and that's how you build, a bigger and better business and a bigger and better future for yourself and your clients. And you have to stay on top of these things.
Yeah. Yeah. Definitely. So when it comes to the content creation part, I'm using tools like Descript or Writer, who are transcribing your videos, for example, and you can create from these videos that you're speaking directly create your transcript and your blog articles or your social media postings. This is something that I'm using. And Writer is something new. You can type your keyword and it generates you already the headlines for your blog articles or also postings. Yeah, that's really amazing.
That
Yeah,
sounds fascinating.
yeah, it is really. It is a little bit spooky, but it's also fascinating. Yeah,
Well, that is spooky, but that's part of artificial intelligence, right? It's just
yes,
is what it is.
yeah, cool. I like really the answers. So if people want more information about you, where should they go?
I would highly recommend that you go to either iTunes, Spotify, Audible, or Amazon Music, and make sure you download the Retire as You Desire podcast and subscribe to that. That's really where the future is. That's where I'm going to be doing the majority of my posting. And then also, no matter where you're at in the world, connect with me on LinkedIn. I would love to chat with you. It's the same thing as my name here on the screen, Bill Bloom, RICP. So please connect with me, based out of Chicago, Illinois, great city. And if you're ever in the city, please send me a note. Let me know if you're going to be here.
That's awesome. Really, thank you for your time, Bill. It was a pleasure to speak with you and get all the insights about your business and also the new launch. I'm really excited already. And yeah, thank you.
Oh my gosh. Thank you for having me as always, and can't wait to have you on my show. So, all
Yes,
the listeners, make sure you definitely subscribe so that you could watch our show together coming up.
yes. Thank you, my friend. Thank you. Bye bye.
Bye.